Hello, what is up, folks? It is I, Will, with Exposing.wc. And today will probably, I always say this every damn stream, it's kind of a lie. But today will probably be a shorter stream because I only really have one topic to talk about, and that is the fallout of the main event last night on Monday Night Raw. We'll talk about what does it mean, the implications, the reaction online, and all that jazz. Just really to the main event. That's what I'm really wanted to talk about right now. I'm in a very interesting spot emotionally. Oh, by the way, hey, my name is Will. This is Exposing.wc. Hope all is well. Hope the chat is doing fine. About going to a diatribe without addressing the freaking chat. Let me pull this up before I forget to do it, so I can see the chat. Pop up chat. Here we go. So I can see. All right. Yeah, I feel weird. I'm gonna tell you why. I have done a lot of talking about the match that I wanted to see, right? The match that I wanted to see this entire time has been Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley. And what's funny, I mean, that's all I've ever talked about, really. That's the biggest match, I think, in women's wrestling. It's the most box office, two big talents. They've been saving it for the entire time, so I've been wondering when they're going to do this match, right? And right now, all the IWC is doing is talking about this damn match. What you would think, oh, in the vacuum, this is great. They're all talking about Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. This is what I always wanted. I always wanted this match, so cool, right? The problem is that it feels weird. It feels weird. I can't really enjoy all the talk because, I'm not convinced the match is happening. That's number one. Still not convinced that it's actually happening. Number two, the match just doesn't track for me, considering the Jade Cargill of it all and the Naomi of it all. Matches doesn't track. If it doesn't track for me, if I can't picture it logically, if I can't make sense of it, I can't get on board with hyping it up or talking about it until I know it's actually happening. But right now, I'm still not convinced. That's number one. But before we dive into the whole Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Jade Cargill nonsense, let's backtrack a bit. I want to talk about the IWC and how this whole entire thing started. This whole entire conversation about Rhea Ripley's opponent, right? Who would be facing Rhea Ripley? Let's start with Iyo. So Iyo Sky loses her qualifying match for the Chamber and basically Rhea Ripley gives her another opportunity for Raw after Chamber. And there's this coping that happened with the IWZ. We're really Iyo Sky fans. There's this level of coping that said, oh, okay, well, this is what's going to happen. We're going to have Liv Morgan win the Chamber, and then she'll interfere in the match, and that will force a triple threat match. Now, I was skeptical of this, mostly because it made no goddamn sense. Like, what are you talking about? If Liv Morgan, first of all, why would Liv Morgan interfere in the match anyway? She has her match set for the Mania spot. Like, why would she even bother? Oh, because she'd rather face Iyo Sky than Rhea Ripley, so she's going to interfere and force Iyo Sky to win. Therefore, she faces Iyo because she feels Iyo is a easier out. Okay, so let me get this straight. She's going to interfere in the match, fail, get caught doing it, because how else would you know about this? How else would you know that she did it because she thought Iyo was easier? She must have told someone, right? So management, Adam Pearce, The Rock, on the board, whatever, they're going to reward Iyo Sky, not Iyo Sky, they're going to reward Liv Morgan by putting Iyo Sky in the match, the woman who she wants to face, therefore she doesn't have to pin Rhea Ripley. Makes no goddamn sense. You are rewarding Liv Morgan for interfering. According to you, she doesn't want to face Rhea Ripley one-on-one. She'd rather face Iyo. So you're going to reward Liv Morgan by putting Iyo in the match, therefore she can pin Iyo, not Rhea Ripley. It made no damn sense whatsoever. Okay? It was this silliness. It was coping. Okay? Oh, I'm going to figure out a way to get her in the match. I want my fave to be in the match. Therefore, I'm going to have Liv Morgan interfere. It made no sense, right? It made no sense. Okay? What you would do is, okay, Liv Morgan, you're suspended, sit your ass home, and we'll do a rematch next week. That's how you handle it. You do the Liv Morgan, send your ass home, and Iyo Sky, Rhea Ripley will be in a another match on Raw next week. That's what you do. What's up, Jerry? So I'm confused by this whole triple threat nonsense. It's just complete coping. That's all it is. It's a coping. I need to figure out a way to get her in the match. So we'll do a triple threat match, right? That's the Iyo Sky perspective. That's her fan base. And then there's the Liv Morgan fans that I don't really understand them as well. When Liv Morgan was heading into that damn, what was it? The Netflix debut. They were loving the fact that it was going to be over. Like, finally, it's over. I'm tired of Triple H's booking. I'm tired of Liv Morgan facing Rhea Ripley. She's scared when we face Rhea Ripley. They treat her like a coward. I hate the booking. I can't wait for it to be over. They could not wait for the story to be over between Liv and Rhea Ripley. Now they're all excited and they're coming up with ways to put her in the match. I thought you guys didn't want to face Rhea Ripley anymore. I thought you were done with that. You were tired of how Triple H was booking her against Rhea Ripley, but now you want to go back to that? Insanity. Didn't make no sense either. So Liv Morgan wanted, or her fans wanted her in the Mania spot, even though they're tired of Rhea Ripley feud. And the Iyo Sky fans were coming up with these weird, wonky ways to get her in the Mania match, be a triple threat or whatever, even though that made no sense. Folks, if they wanted Iyo Sky in that damn match, one, she would have been in the chamber, and two, if they wanted a triple threat match, they could have did some weird wonky finish in the chamber where Iyo Sky and Liv Morgan have a double pin, or there's some no contest with them being the last two. They would have done it in the chamber, like some wonky finish with them both in there will lead to a triple threat match. They want to do some weird, Iyo's out of the chamber, Liv Morgan wins the chamber, then she goes to interfere. It makes no sense. If you want to have a triple threat match, you cause the havoc in the chamber. You have them do a double pin or something like that, right? So it never made any sense, right? But that's what the IWC was running with for the entire time. For the entire time, that's what they're running with. So now, fast forward to tonight, or last night, Liv Morgan wins the damn tag titles with Raquel in a great match, by the way. Great match. Fantastic match. The fans were in it. They were hyped. So many false finishes, so many pin attempts. It was great. Great match. That's how the women's tag team division should be booked all the time. I was very, very impressed. So good. So good. And Liv Morgan and Raquel win the tag titles. Now, I was not surprised by this result, considering the way Liv Morgan has been booked recently, right? Iyo Sky is definitely going to lose clean. I agree. I don't think they want Iyo Rhea at Mania. Yeah, but who cares? Rhea versus Bayley versus at Mania 41 is 100% not happening. Bayley wins the chamber. I'm so glad the chamber is over, so we can know for sure what's happening. Yeah. So once the chamber actually happens, then we'll actually know what's going on here. But yeah, it's like, it didn't make any sense for several reasons. Okay, I'll be right back. Let me turn on something real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah, it never made any sense. But anyway, where was I at? What was I talking about? Liv Morgan fan. So Liv Morgan winning the chamber just never tracked for me. For a couple of reasons. One, because she's actually in an interesting storyline right now. Liv Morgan had a lot of stuff on her plate. You don't notice, okay? She's dealing with Finn Balor. She's dealing with Dom and his business. She's trying to get a new member for the Judgment Day. She wants the tag titles. Her entire focus was everything but the title that Rhea had. So like, this is interesting. Liv Morgan has plenty of storylines that are active. So why would they then pivot her back to Rhea? Made no sense. So if something doesn't track for me, I'm not going to get behind it, okay? So the entire time, it never tracked for me that Liv Morgan would go back to Rhea Ripley. Especially considering what happened at Netflix debut, when they had that damn vignette when they both said this has to end. This has to end. Well, guess what? They were telling the truth. Okay, if they wanted to do Liv Morgan versus Rhea at Mania, guess what? Liv Morgan would still be champion. They took the belt off of her and had the whole vignette saying it has to be the end of it so they can move on. The fans wanted it to be over. The IWC wanted it to be over, and then it's over. So yeah, they kept to their word, and it was over. Okay, so that's my thinking about Liv Morgan against Rhea Ripley. I believe it was never really going to happen at that point, right? But to be fair, had she lost last night, she'd probably be the favorite. But that's why she won, okay? Because according to reports, Liv and Raquel were going back to the tag title scene, so that makes sense. Now I got that out of the way. Dealt with the Liv Morgan fans and dealt with the Iyo Sky fans. So now the question is, who will Rhea be facing at Mania? Beats me. The IWC is pretty sure they're saying Bianca Belair. Unfortunately, that doesn't track either. So because that doesn't track, I can't get behind it. Why doesn't it track? Well, you see, Bianca Belair is in a storyline with Jade and Naomi, I believe. Bianca Belair, when's the last time she talked to Rhea Ripley? I want to say, you tell me. When's the last time Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley had a damn conversation? I believe it was during the build to War Games. Right? Am I crazy? I think so. That's a weird booking, okay? Triple H has been building toward this match for a long time. He's been hyping up Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley in different ways. Every 8 months, he'll tease the match, right? To go from teasing it every once in a while to out of nowhere, the match is happening, it just doesn't ring true to me. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm saying it doesn't make sense to me in terms of timing, in terms of teases, in terms of interactions. It doesn't make sense. Could it happen? Sure. But I'm speaking to what makes sense and what doesn't make sense, okay? Could Liv Morgan win the chamber? Sure. Didn't make sense to me, is what I've been saying, okay? So I can't then turn around and say, oh yeah, Bianca Belair is going to win the chamber if it doesn't make sense. So until it does, I'm going to say, I don't know what's happening here. Now the problem is the rest of the options aren't great because none of them have been pushed as singles competitors, really. Alexa Bliss just came back. She just came back, right? Alexa Bliss is returning. Roxanne is an NXT superstar. Bayley's had some interactions with Rhea Ripley, right? She's talked to her. I threw out last night that Bayley is a 4-horsewoman. So check this out. Okay, I'm not saying she's facing Bayley. I'm telling you I don't know. I'm openly telling you I have no idea who she's facing. But I will say, the last few years, Mania 39, Charlotte Flair, horsewoman. Mania 40, Becky Lynch, horsewoman. And then Mania 41, maybe it's a horsewoman. Bayley's had interactions with Rhea Ripley, very small, but more than Bianca, for damn sure, right? She's on Raw. She's been talking to Rhea Ripley, these little moments there. Could this be an option? Maybe. Will it be satisfying? Probably not. But in my opinion, Rhea's match was always going to be a filler match to me. Her Mania match was going to be filler. Now that sounds weird to say a Mania match is filler. What I mean is not having any real weight from a story standpoint, which is why I thought they would do Iyo. The simple solution here, for me at least, would have put as I'm thinking about it here, the reason why you think it might be Bianca is because if it's not Bianca, why not just do Iyo? Unless you want to do the whole 4-horsewoman thing. But Iyo is right there, which leads me to think there's going to be some shenanigans going on here. Like, Iyo is right there for you. Could have did Iyo, would have been a big match. People would have loved it. But you chose not to do it. You chose for it to be a Raw match because you thought whatever else you're gonna do was more important. What could be more important than that? For Horsewoman win? For Rhea Ripley's legacy? For her stat padding? Like in basketball, when at the end of the game you pat your stats? You want Rhea Ripley to have another Horsewoman win at Mania? Or are you fast tracking Bianca Belair feud, which feels weird considering you've been teasing it for so long? So why would you fast track out of nowhere? I'm not saying I have the answers here. I'm going to give you my raw thoughts at the time. Convoluted, it is. It is. Love your streams, but Jade is not coming back before Mania. Jade was written off because she's not ready. Okay, so let's consider that for a second. Let's consider for a second that Jade Cargill is so injured or whatever, she's not coming back until after Mania. Well, that changes everything. All right, right now, folks are thinking that Jade will show up before Mania. If she's not coming back until after Mania, that changes everything. Okay, so if that's the case, honestly, I would still run Bianca versus Naomi. If Jade Cargill is not showing up until after Mania, the Bianca Belair and Naomi storyline has to be the main thing for Bianca. So what happens? Does the chamber match end with those two? Is it Bianca and Naomi the last two? This is why I'm struggling. This is why I'm struggling. I'm struggling because once the chamber winner wins, once the chamber winner wins the match, right? The focus has to be Rhea Ripley. I don't want to have any side quests, any nonsense like that. When you win the chamber, the focus should be the feud. So Bianca wins the chamber. She can't be talking about Jade or thinking about Naomi. It needs to be all about Rhea Ripley. That's why I'm saying it doesn't track. The entire Jade Cargill storyline has 3 women attached to it: Bianca, Naomi, Jade. You cannot have her win the chamber and be thinking about Naomi and Jade. So what do? Does it ring true to me? It feels wonky, it feels weird, it doesn't track, which is why I am on the fence about who's gonna win. Could it be Bianca? Sure. Could it be Bayley? Sure. Could it be Alexa Bliss? Weird. I don't think it's Liv Morgan. Simple as that. It's not Liv Morgan, not Raquel. No, not Raquel. She's not in the match. Not Roxanne. Not Naomi. So it's going to be Bianca, Bayley, or Alexa. And I just don't see... I don't know. Now you can argue this is great. It's great news. You don't know what's going to happen? It should be awesome, right? Why don't I feel awesome about it, though? That's weird. I should be happy that I have no idea, but I feel icky about it. It's weird. I don't know. But I do believe that Bayley is a legitimate option that folks are counting out. But I'll grant you that once Liv Morgan won that damn tag titles last night, Bianca Belair became a more legitimate option for Rhea Ripley, even though it doesn't make sense to me based on the existing storylines. All right. I'm just happy everything is pretty unpredictable. Yeah, it's true. It is. If it's Bayley, that's a waste of a match. Well, here's the thing. I believe that we could be getting a waste anyway. Like, I think they thought the Charlotte Flair Tiffany match would be banging. That's to be the banger. That'll get the attention, and we'll move from there, right? It could be very well that the Rhea Ripley chamber match can just be a match for Rhea Ripley to have at Mania with not that much of attention, not that much fanfare, not that much storylines. They got Rock, they got Cody, got CM Punk, got Cena. It may be, unfortunately, I'm not saying it's good, but it may be that they just want to get Rhea Ripley's match out of the way. Something simple, nothing too complicated, so it can focus on the Cenas of the world, and the Punks in the world, and the Drew McIntyres of the world, and that stuff, the Charlotte Flairs. They don't want too much on their table, They don't want too much storyline. So, okay, Rhea Ripley, you'll face somebody. It'll be a one-off. It'll be a cool little match, and that's that. And Bayley could fit the bill very easily for that. Little match with Bayley. She wins it. She moves on. They get to focus on CM Punk, Cena, and the rest of the crew that they're actually invested in. And Rhea has a little match there, you know? Similar to Bianca Belair, Asuka. Remember it happened 2 years ago? Or was it 3 years ago now? Bianca Belair had a face with Asuka. Asuka won the chamber, and they had a nothing feud. It was a babyface feud. It was trash. It happened. You move on, right? Now later on, they built on it. Like later on, Asuka turned heel for real, and then took the belt off of her, right? But that Mania feud was terrible. There's nothing into it. There's another match for Bianca. A filler match at Mania for Bianca. They could be doing the same thing for Rhea. Whoever wins the chamber, a little bit of a feud here and there. It happens, move on, and that's that. It's possible. Streak versus championship. This year, that'd be weird. Next year, makes more sense. If Bianca versus Rhea Ripley happens, Rhea is winning. Sure, I don't disagree with you. That's where my money would go, right? I'm still not convinced. Roxanne should win the chamber. Why? Why should she? Why should she? She just got pinned by Julia not too long ago. Roxanne's not winning the chamber. This would be a good match for her. It'd be similar to Tiffany. Remember what happened last year? Tiffany was in chamber. She had a good showing, and she got pinned by Liv Morgan. It'd be the same thing. Roxanne will have a good showing. She'll get pinned, and that'll be that. Okay, Roxanne's not winning the chamber. Neither is Naomi or Liv Morgan. The good thing is, answers will be on Saturday, right? Whether it's Jade Cargill showing up. Now, in my opinion, honestly, I believe that the truth of Jade Cargill's attack should be revealed on Friday. The Friday before the chamber. Why? Well, because I don't want there to be any friends in the chamber. Things need to be squared away. I think things need to be like clear. Where everybody stands need to be clear, right? If Bianca hates Naomi at this point, good. If Naomi is the one who attacked Jade Cargill, if she's responsible, let it be known before the chamber. That way we know where everybody stands. Okay, there's no confusion. I don't like you. I'm upset with you. You betrayed me. Okay, everybody for themselves. There's no friendships and no tag teams and nothing like that. Let's go. I would love for the truth to be revealed about Jade Cargill's attack on Friday before the chamber. Therefore, we're not having any like weird tag team buddy stuff. No, let it be an all-out war. And then, if it is Bianca and Naomi at the end, that's more interesting. There's more of a blood feud. There's more anger. There's more frustration. There's a betrayal there. And then Bianca Belair could pin Naomi then at that point, I guess. I mean, it's all weird. Know whose fault this is? It's Jade Cargill's fault. All right, to tell you the truth, this is Jade Cargill's fault, okay? I know she didn't ask to be injured. With the entire stuff, this all the storylines and this waiting for her to come back and she's at the PC training and all this nonsense is all because of Jade. Who attacked Jade? All this nonsense because she got injured. It messed up everything, okay? I mean, it is what it is. If Bianca Belair wasn't so tied to Jade Cargill nonsense, maybe this whole Bianca Rhea Ripley thing could make more sense, okay? But right now it doesn't because Bianca Belair is very much in the Jade Cargill basket of storytelling right now. And so is Naomi. So until I see otherwise, I'm going to do this and say, I don't know. And maybe lean toward Bayley. Because honestly, I just can't see right now Bianca Belair winning because of the Jade Cargill storyline, because of the small time they had to build it. So that's where I'm at right now. Then who should win the chamber? Again, I'm thinking about what they're going to do. Not so much what I want, more about what they're gonna do, I think. It's possible that the plan is for Rhea to have a match, a little one-off match, and that's that. You know? And Bayley would make sense for that. But I don't know. It's a little weird that Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley has been teased by Triple H for years. Just to pull it out of your ass out of nowhere. Now, according to Fightful, remember when Fightful put out that damn report that they're thinking about Bianca and Rhea Ripley for Mania? I didn't buy it. But maybe it's true. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's true. I can actually see Bianca versus Rhea Ripley. And instead of a face versus face promos for 2 months, Bianca deals with Jade and Rhea at the same time. And what is Naomi doing? See, that feels messy. The Bianca Belair Rhea Ripley feud should be. Do you know what Rhea Ripley said? Do you know what Rhea said? Rhea said the day that they feud, Bianca and her, it'll be the greatest feud of all time. Quotes from Rhea Ripley. It will be the greatest feud of all time. Is this what she envisioned? Hey, Bianca Belair. I'm Rhea Bloody Ripley. And I gotta, hey, wait, time out, Rhea Ripley. Time out. I'm talking to Jade over here. Jade, what you want? What's going on, Jade? What you want, girl? Bianca Belair. I'm a champion. No. Forget about it, Rhea Ripley. Stop. I'm not talking to you right now. I'm talking to Jade and Naomi. I'll deal with you later. What? The entire focus needs to be Bianca and Rhea Ripley, if that's the storyline. Which is why it doesn't track for me. Which is why I will not predict that feud until I see it for my own eyes. Bianca Belair has an unfortunate history of having stuff scrapped because of things outside her control. That's true. Yep, sure. Yep, that's true. Paul should have at least one backup plan. Yeah, it's not Jade's fault. Bianca Belair has had between Charlotte Flair getting injured, between Rhea Ripley wanting to, not Rhea Ripley, but it was Ronda Rousey wanted to take the month of January off, so they took the belt off of her. Being crazy. Both years, she's supposed to face Charlotte Flair. In both years, something happened. Last year was an injury to Charlotte. Year before, they had to pivot and put the belt on Charlotte Flair. And then Rhea Ripley picked Charlotte Flair when she was supposed to pick Ronda Rousey. It's going to be Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. But Ronda decided to take a month of January off. Screwed everything. They had to pivot. Her plans keep getting screwed, unfortunately. And it always involves Charlotte Flair some weird way. Rhea hasn't even had a ring promo since winning the title on January 16th. So here's the thing about that, Andrew. I'm glad you brought that up because you reminded me of something. I told Liv Morgan fans that they should not care about dropping the title because probably Liv Morgan storylines would be better than Rhea Ripley's. And I was right? I always say this. I say it all the time. Doesn't matter who has the belt. What matters is who has the storylines and who has the TV time. Liv Morgan's storylines, her current booking, is more interesting than Rhea Ripley's. What is Rhea doing? Walking around backstage with the title. They are very bad with booking baby faces unless you're Cody Rhodes. Rhea Ripley, Valkyria, Julia, what are they doing? Walking around backstage with their belts. Doing a whole lot of nothing, right? They're very bad at babyface booking when you're champions. Liv Morgan has to deal with Finn. She has to deal with getting a new member. Every time the Judgment Day is on TV, I'm interested. I'm paying attention. I'm sitting up straight. I'm listening to what they're talking about. They're in actual stories with actual characters. That's interesting. I'm looking forward to what happens with Finn Balor and Liv Morgan. I'm looking forward to that dynamic, that civil war within Judgment Day. Who's going to be the new member? That's all interesting stuff. Meanwhile, Rhea Ripley, walking around with her belt. Iyo, I didn't have to give you this opportunity. I wanted to. Next week on Monday Night Raw. It just, Nothing. Walking around with the belt, doing nothing, right? Liv Morgan stuff is more interesting. Therefore, I want to watch her more than Rhea Ripley right now. And I knew that'd be the case. I knew it. Because they're very bad with babyface booking. I saw it so many times when Bianca Belair was champion, when her face run, after the whole damage control thing, what did they do? She's walking around backstage doing nothing as champion. Very bad booking babyface champions, unless you're Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes gets promos in the ring with Seth Rollins and CM Punk. Meanwhile, Lyra and Rhea Ripley doing nothing. That's just how it is. You're better off as a heel. The heel champion gets a lot of leeway on the mic, a lot of TV time. You're a face, you're a woman, kind of waiting around for the heel to do something, right? How it is. So Liv Morgan fans should be happy. Creatively, her stuff is more interesting right now. You're just walking around. Now, if they did Rhea Ripley against Bayley, wouldn't be much better from a storytelling standpoint. Rhea Ripley, Iyo, bland, boring, two baby faces, right? Nothing really works beyond Bianca or Rhea Ripley, but the problem is it's just a month left. Like, there's not enough time to build it up. Again, I asked you guys, when was the last time Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley had a conversation? Was it, I think back in November, right? Am I crazy? It was on SmackDown. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, this here is right there. There it is. Let me show Chrome. It is right there. That was the last time I believe they had a conversation. They're in the match in the War Games and they won together. But last time we saw an actual on-screen conversation, I believe, was here. It was back in November, a long time ago. Talked to Liv Morgan since. She talked to Bayley since. She talked to Iyo since. She talked to, I think that's it for the Chamber. But yeah, it's no conversation, no nothing with Bianca Belair. Now she's gonna win the Chamber and face her at Mania. Yeah, it doesn't track. It could happen. I'm saying it doesn't track. So, and until it does, I won't fantasy book it. I will not fantasy book it until it makes sense. Rhea is for sure my favorite wrestler right now, but damn, creative couldn't give a damn about the women's stories. Yeah, it's really bad. Bad. Now I will believe, I think, that Bianca, Jade, Naomi, that storyline right now, without question, that storyline is a top story for the women's division, which is interesting because it's non-title right now. You see that vignette? You see that cool vignette they did? They made it seem like they cared about that storyline, which they didn't, but that vignette was really well done. Who attacked Jade? It's a very, very good vignette. That is the top story right now. It has the character stuff. It has the intrigue. It has the mystery element. That's the top storyline for the women's division. Who attacked Jade? Which is crazy. It shouldn't be the top storyline. It shouldn't, but it is. We'll see what comes of it. They have an opportunity to cook with this, right? They have an opportunity to cook with it if it's good. They have an opportunity here, but do I have any confidence? No, not really. Bucket, just have it all face each other at Mania. You mean Bianca and Jade, or face versus face? Alexa hasn't even interacted with Rhea Ripley, Bianca as... Yeah. Roxanne to New Bayley is the only one that can make a good filler. They have interacted in the Roxanne. Yeah, Bayley is the only filler feud for Mania that makes sense for me because they had that interaction. They've talked. They've shared their screen. But nothing else really makes sense from a filler standpoint. By that I just mean like a one-off. Like nothing that extends beyond Mania. She beats Bayley. That's that. She moves on, right? There's nothing beyond Bayley that feels like a one-off. If they do Bianca, it won't end. They have to continue it, you would think, right? But Bayley's a clean one-off, and that's that. And again, they've had discussions recently, more recent than Bianca Belair, right? In fact, just don't be surprised. Nothing will really surprise me beyond Naomi, Roxanne, and Liv Morgan. That would surprise me at this point. But don't be shocked if Bayley won that thing. That's all I'm just gonna say. The video package made the championship feel like it was a PLE. That was a very good video package, really was. They tied in the Jade Cargill stuff with the tag titles. It was well done. And the crowd responded. That crowd was hot. They were on fire. It was great. They made it feel important. Therefore, the crowd thought it was important. Main event spot. They had the whole interest thing with the titles. It was all great. They need to do that more with the women's division. And if you treat it like it's important, the fans will think it's important. So they need to do more of that. But yeah, basically, guys, I just don't know what's happening right now. Your guess is as good as mine. Again, it could be Bianca. It doesn't track, but it could be her. Could be her. Let's see what else is going on with the IWC in that regard. If I search Bianca and Rhea Ripley, what comes up? Bianca, Rhea Ripley. Now, there's some people who still think it's really, really embarrassing. There are folks who think Iyo will be in a triple threat match with Bianca and Rhea Ripley. Folks, if we're getting Bianca and Rhea, it'll be one-on-one. There'll be no triple threat match with Bianca and Rhea, I'm telling you. Like, the coping with Iyo is out of this world, man. It's crazy. If they wanted Rhea Ripley in that damn Mania match, they would have put her in the chamber. Makes no sense to have the match after the chamber and then work her in. You could have put her in the damn chamber and have like a damn double pin in the chamber. It makes no sense, folks, okay? It makes no sense. You're not getting a triple threat match. Look at this nonsense from this dope. The only triple threat that should be booked at Mania is Iyo, Bianca, and Rhea Ripley. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's really like crazy, like the coping. Iyo will not be facing Rhea Ripley at Mania. Know what you will be doing? Iyo will team up with Dakota Kai and face Liv and Raquel. Here's a question. Who was the last person to pin Liv Morgan? Trivia question. Do 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 do. Last person to pin Liv Morgan was who? Do you know? That's correct. It was Iyo. All right? It was Iyo in a goddamn tag match. Okay? It was Iyo. There it is. Damage Control defeats Judgment Day, Dakota Kai, Liv Morgan, Iyo Sky, Raquel. That was what? 3 Raws ago. Or was it 2 Raws ago? 2 Raws ago, right? They pinned him. So guess who's number 1 contender? Guess who's the number 1 contender? That's why they had Dakota Kai lose clean to Lyra again to get Dakota Kai out of the way. You have Dakota Kai lose to Lyra Valkyria again, get out of the way. Now you focus on Ivy Nile and Lyra. And then you have Dakota Kai team up with Iyo Sky to take on the team they just beat. Because now they're number 1 contenders because they pinned Liv Morgan recently. So don't be surprised if that is a Mania match, Liv, Raquel against Iyo, Dakota Kai. That makes sense? Red Dragon, do not trigger me. Don't trigger me, okay? I am an Iyo Sky fan. I'm just keeping it real, okay? I'm literally telling you that I don't think it makes sense for Bianca Belair to be in the damn Mania match. It's not about who I like more than others. I just don't see it. Chat, tell me the truth. Tell the truth, chat. Who did I say was going to win the chamber before? When we first did this whole, like well before, like weeks ago, before this whole Liv Morgan stuff, right? I said Iyo Sky would win the chamber. That was my pick. It makes sense for Iyo to win the chamber. She won't win the Rumble, but she'll win the chamber. That's what I said. But what happened? She lost a qualifying match. What did we do? Come out here and lie to y'all? Oh, Iyo won she lost the qualifying match, but you know what? We were triple threats. It'll be Liv Morgan will win the chamber, and then she'll interfere in the... No, it doesn't make sense to me. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It doesn't make sense. I had her win in the chamber. I pivoted when she lost the qualifying match. Okay, that's what it is. Not about favoritism, who I like more than others. I love Iyo Sky. She's great. She's in my top 5, but it doesn't make sense. Iyo Sky will probably lose clean to Rhea Ripley next week. That's what I think will happen. And then she'll be in a tag match. Guess who was in a tag match last year? Bianca Belair. Guess who wasn't? Iyo. Iyo was in a championship match last year. Bianca was in a tag match. All right. At least this time, I think Iyo will be in a meaningful tag match, one with stakes, because the titles will be on the line. So she'll have a chance to win the tag titles. Unlike Bianca, who was in a big 3, 6-woman tag nothing match last year. Okay, so we're all good. It's all good. How are you an Iyo Sky fan, but you want her? I want her? Is that what I said? I want her in the tag match? Is that what I said? Triple H, put her in the match, please. No, I said I think that's what's going to happen. It's not about once. It's about I think it's going to happen because it makes sense to me based on the booking. I don't want Iyo Sky in the tag match. I don't care. Like I'm talking about what I think is going to happen. That's all. Honestly, if you were to ask me what I want for Bianca, I have no answer for you. I have no answer for you. I don't know. What do you want for Bianca Belair? I have no idea. Do I want her to face Rhea now? Not really. Do I want her to face Jade Cargill? Hell no. Do I want her in a tag match? No. So I don't know what I want from Bianca Belair, let alone Iyo Sky. Do you think Naomi and Bianca are final 2 in the chamber? I think it's possible. If that happens, Bianca's winning. That's an indicator, right? That's an indicator for you. If it's Bianca, Bayley, last 2, Bayley might win. If it's Bianca, Naomi, I think Bianca wins. So yeah, based on the last 2, it'd be clear, I think, at that point. But yeah, that'd be weird. It all depends on the storyline. It all depends on the execution. If Bianca and Bayley are the last 2, that'd be kind of weird. If Bianca and Naomi are the last 2, what does that mean? Do we know before the match that Naomi did it? Do they hate each other? Are they friends? At that time, has a secret not been revealed yet? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know before I predict that to be the last 2. I need to know what the storyline is. Who knows what? Who's mad at who? Is Jade back? Is she not back? Did Naomi attack Bianca on SmackDown? Did Naomi reveal herself to be the attacker? Those are the questions I need to know, or I need the answers to before I can talk about Bianca and Naomi being the last 2 in the ring. It'd be weird. Yeah, Friday will be interesting. I think if you're joining the stream late, I think the truth should be revealed on Friday. Therefore, all the cards are on the table. Bianca and Naomi know where they stand. Naomi can be the heel in the match and all that stuff. And we move. Right now, what are the heels in that match? I guess Alexa Bliss is kind of still a heel. She's kind of a tweener, right? She's kind of like a tweener. She's a fan favorite. She smiles with the fans. She loves the fans right now, but she had the a switch that she can turn on to go crazy, right? So Les is kind of a tweener right now. Bayley's the face, Bianca's the face, Naomi's the face. So the heels are just Roxanne and Liv Morgan. So if you add in another one, like a Naomi, it'd be interesting. That's what I would do. Have the truth be revealed on SmackDown before the Chamber. Well, Liv Morgan's a heel too. Yes, interesting stuff. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. It's fun, kind of scary, but it's fun not knowing what's happening. It's fun. It could be worse. Could be boring and predictable. Right now, it's kind of like we don't know what we don't know what's happening. I'll take that. I'll take it. What else happened? Well, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about, really. Tonight we have a hell of a card. We got Matt Hardy, we got the Hardy Boys, we got Jeff, we got Moose against Lexus King, we got Stephanie McCare in Cincinnati, live in Cincinnati. That Cincinnati crowd was hot last night, so probably hot tonight. Got Ricky Saints in action tonight. It's gonna be cool. Watch them give Liv Morgan the chamber. No, that'd be crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. There's no way. She's not walking into the Mania match with her tag team belt. That's not happening. Jordan Grace is having a promo tonight. Says who? Where'd you get that from? Is that a leak? Is that a leak thing from the dirt sheets, or did they post that on Twitter? Did WWE put that out, or is that a leak from the dirt sheets? Asuka's been great. I've been loving Asuka tonight, burying those folks who use cage match ratings to validate their opinion. Maybe I should start watching their viewers. I have a feeling their content is so shallow. My ratings might cause a meltdown. I'm gonna say Alexa Bliss. Asuka's great. Calling out the dirt sheets for talking about cage match ratings. Like, any dope can go on cage match. Look at cage match. So here's Dakota Kai's, for example. Here's Dakota Kai's match rating. Anybody can come on here and rate. Like, any rando can come on here and make a ranking and rank these matches. Who cares? Like, people use these freaking ratings to like validate their opinion and to make commentary. Like, who cares? There's a bunch of randos online. Silly. I love that Asuka came out and embarrassed them, because every once in a while I see somebody say, "Oh, this person match is better. Look at the cage match ratings." Like, who cares about the cage match ratings? Like, it's so stupid. Like, I was so thrilled this morning. Asuka came out and embarrassed these people talking about cage match ratings. Like, these are just a bunch of randos online with nothing better to do. You have no life to come on here and vote on this stuff. Like, who cares? Like, I've never been compelled to give my match rating, let alone log into a website and log a match rating. Like, weird. Oh, look, they gave Bianca, Naomi, Liv, and Raquel an 8.3. Like, who cares? Who cares? Really? Like, look, somebody gave the match a 2. Look, somebody gave it a 2 and a 4. Why do I care about this? It's stupid. Now, it's a good resource. The website is great. The website is good for tracking matches to see I use the website all the time, but not for the ratings. I use it to look at, okay, what matches happen. For example, when did this match happen? Who faced who at what time? It's good to track matches. That's great. The ratings, I ignore that part. But everything else is great. Like, it's a great website. Great database, but the rating stuff is stupid. Like, who cares? Stupid. I get stupid. Anyway. Any other questions before I wrap it up? Because I only really want to talk about that one match. We'll be honest, Bianca or Cirie? What do you mean be honest? My favorite wrestler is Bianca Belair. My second favorite is Cirie. This is my personal preference. But I will say, and I've always said, I think Cirie right now deserves the best title. She deserves to be not ranked. She deserves to be classified or called out as the best. Because I think she delivered the best in-ring stuff the past 2 years, really. So she deserves that honor or that labeling, the best in the world right now. That's what she is. Because she's delivering bangers after banger after banger. So now it comes to people like Bianca Belair or Iyo, their years are only as good as their bookings, right? If Bianca or Iyo or whoever is not booked in singles matches, how can they cook in the ring? Whereas Cirie books her own matches. She has her own shows. She books herself against Mako. She can book herself against Cirie. She can book herself against Mayu. She can book great matches for herself. Whereas Bianca or Iyo or Charlotte or Becky or whoever, they are dependent on Triple H booking them in good matches, giving them an opportunity at least to have good matches. So it's easier for her to have these accolades from the fans. She deserves them. I love her. She deserves them, but she's booking her own matches, basically. So you better have bangers. If you're going to book your own match, you better have a banger, really. She's great. I love her. Awesome. She's awesome. Now, the day she comes back to WWE, if she ever comes back, well, then her to be dependent on powers that be. Ha ha ha. Mickie James got in the action. I didn't see that. Mickie James clowned the cage match folks to review matches. Love it. So good. Embarrass them. Embarrass the online marks. Cirie's a dropkick merchant. That's one hell of a statement from you, my friend. Cirie is a dropkick merchant. That's basically every Joshi then. Every Joshi is a dropkick merchant at that point then. That's the case. Did you see that one spot that freaking Meiji Sarah did? So the tag match in Stardom between Hanan and Saya Ida taking on who was it? Suzu Suzuki and Meiji Sarah, right? That was the tag match that happened the other day. Here's a spot during that match. Talk about dropkick merchant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 drop kicks. That is being a merchant. Love her though. Great talent. Fantastic talent in the ring, by the way. High speed champion. Meiji Sarah, awesome in the ring. Fantastic. Hanan won. It is what it is. I don't care for Hanan, but a lot of people like her. A lot of people like Hanan, but I don't. Those drop kicks look soft. Stop hating on Meiji Sarah. Stop hating. I'm gonna need Stardom World to hurry up and upload 224 show from yesterday. Oh, not up yet? Over there? I'm excited to see my favorite wrestler, Rhea Ripley, at Mania. So either way, I'm happy camper. It's cool. Wolverines, yes. Michigan. Hail to the victors. Mayu clear Cirie and Utami. That's your opinion. A lot of folks agree with you. A lot of people who worship at the altar of Mayu Iwatani. I'm a fan. Do I worship her like others? No. Okay, but anyway, but she's not the best right now. The best is Cirie. Rhea's been performing better than her, in my opinion. So Rhea deserves that title of best in the world right now. Thoughts on Tam? What about her? What about Tam Nakano? What grade would you give Mercedes in AEW? In AEW. If you're excluding the New Japan stuff and just AEW, solid C plus or B, somewhere around there. But that's if you exclude the New Japan run, just her AEW stuff. I like a C plus. Promo's not great. Storyline's not great. In ring good, but probably like a C plus. Three's only the best because Iyo is not there. Maybe. You said it yourself that Iyo is the best to come out of Japan. I believe she is, yes. But who knows? That's a hypothetical situation. Who knows what Iyo booking would be? But yeah, Io's amazing. She's great. Of course, she is. If she were in Japan booking her own shows like Suri, she'd be in contention for Wrestler of the Year every year as well. Chances of the WWE signing Mina, 0. Mina is gonna be AW or nothing, I think. 0. Don't like Mercedes as a character? I get that. CEO. All right, folks, a couple more questions and I'm gonna wrap it up. Our stream. Just talk about, who will Jordan Grace's first feud be on NXT? Fallon Henley. Why did the change Io's name from Saray? I think because copyright stuff. They wanted to, copyright stuff. They wanted to market her new name and make merchandise off of it. Therefore, they had to change her name because Iyo Sky has its own thing. Wanted to start fresh to make money off her name. Thoughts on Megan and Ford partnership? I don't like it. I prefer Megan Bayne by herself. I hated that whole segment between her and Thunder Rosa. I thought that was a bad look. I don't know whose fault it was, but whatever happened, it can never happen again. They all look bad. Megan Bayne looked bad. Thunder Rosa looked worse. Some people think Megan Bayne went in for herself, like went into business for herself. I'm not saying that happened, but it just wasn't a very good look. So, yeah. Sloppy over there, man. Sloppy stuff over there. That kind of stuff would never happen in WWE. Terrible spot. I don't know what's happening over there, but it was very bad. Either they weren't on the same page, or worse, like Megan Bayne wanted to show her up, make her look bad. I don't think so. So this is a very, very bad situation. You need to have actual like production meetings, go through the spots together, so it's clear what you're supposed to do. Because that Thunder Rosa thing with Megan Bayne was terrible, very, very ugly. Yes, it was very bad. Thoughts on Hater's booking? Well, Hater is unfortunately in a bad spot because Tony Khan has his own toys. His toys being Mercedes Moné and this whole Mariah May stuff with Tony Storm. Because he has those storylines active and those reigns active, Jamie Hayter is kind of just in the cut. He doesn't want to book Jamie Hayter against Mercedes Moné because he's not ready to have Mercedes Moné drop the belt. So unfortunately, if they had tag titles, she'd be doing something like in the tag division, but there's no tag division for the women's division over there. So Jamie Hayter has to do nothing because they're not ready to take the belt off of Mercedes Moné. And they have an active storyline with Tony Storm and Mariah May. Will we see Jordan Grace against Ren Sinclair? Probably. That'd be fun. All right, peace out, Andrew. Bianca just tweeted what? All right, folks. NXT gonna be a hot show. Enjoy NXT. be fun. I'll see you guys probably Thursday night to do the oh, here it is. She did tweet. Let's see what she tweeted about. Let's go. Liv is gonna have to face us again in the chamber. We just getting started. No, you're not. End it. End the tag team. Naomi attacked Jade. Naomi attacked Jade. Open your eyes. Open your. But yeah, that's all fun and dandy. All this means nothing because on Friday they can reveal it was Naomi all along. It was Naomi all along. So yeah, I'm not really worried about that. But I'm tired of that damn tag team stuff. Time for singles Bianca, I say. All right, folks. See you guys later. Thanks for joining the stream. I'll be streaming probably on Thursday to talk about probably my last thoughts on the chamber. Even though on Friday we may get more like news or more developments, but probably Thursday night we'll do another stream for the chamber. Talk about KO, Sammy. Talk about Cena, CM Punk, who went in the chamber. Probably talk about the women's chamber again, even though there'll be no new developments. And yeah, talk about that nothing tag match between Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton. Boy, that's forced like hell. Did you know the last time Tiffany was talking to Trish Stratus, she was being disrespectful? Now Trish is helping her for some reason. Like, did you forget what she said about you? It's all forced and weird because they wanted Trish Stratus to have a match on the damn card. So they didn't care about if it made any sense or not. But here we are. We'll talk about that. Enjoy your NXT. Should be a fun show in Cincinnati live. Should be great. Do it again. Yeah, she's crazy. Later. Talk to you guys later. Hit like, by the way.